Good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight for KREM 2 News 10 at 10, where we give you more news in less time. I'm Cody Proctor. Mark has the night off. Let's get started tonight. Tonight, a man with 28 felony convictions is once again behind bars. Sheriff deputies say he robbed an Airway Heights couple in their own home at gunpoint. In an exclusive interview, KREM 2's Kyle Simchuk spoke with one of the victims about how she survived.
57-year-old Tina Stiles told me this armed man was inside her house for nearly a half hour. She says she's always been able to keep a calm head, and she thinks that's why she came out of this unharmed.
There you go. Is this a baby? Yeah, is that your baby?
It started as a busy morning.
I know.
Tina Stiles woke up to her French bulldog going into labor.
I was in her crate with her getting ready to have a second puppy.
The last thing on her mind was an unlocked front door.
She had her first puppy at 8 and he came through the door at 8:30.
He was an armed robber looking for money.
He come in with his hand over his arm or his arm over his face, kind of covering it, and bent down and then waving a gun. He says, "I was told that you have money in the safe." Pulled me out of the dog crate, made me go into the living room and lay down, put my hands behind my back.
Tina tied up, not knowing what might happen next.
And I was scared, for real, but I was definitely trying to stay calm.
And so was her husband, next to her in the living room.
Telling him, "Don't hurt her, do not hurt her." And I'm like, "I don't have no money, I have no money. I'm on Social Security, I have no money."
Deputies say 44-year-old Brian Gorder got into the safe but didn't find any money, just some papers. So he took the couple's phones.
I'm pretty calm. I didn't freak out until after he left.
Tina called 911 and got back to what she had been doing.
Come here.
Her dog was still in labor.
So it was a long time for her to go through all of that.
3 of the 5 puppies survived. Tina believes they all would have lived had there not been so many interruptions that morning.
It's a good girl.
She still has a lot of questions.
I would really like to know who sent him to my house.
But she knows the reason she came out okay.
Keeping a level head is how you survive in this world.
And before Gorder was arrested, deputies say he broke into another woman's home nearby. He's being held on a $100,000 bond. In the newsroom, Kyle Simchuk, KREM 2 News.
Kyle, thank you so much. Well, let's take a break from the headlines to talk weather right now. We could not get away from the haze today. Meteorologist Michelle Bosch joining us now in the Weather Center tonight. And Michelle, is it going to be shaping up at all to clear out for us as we head into the rest of our week?
Yes, we are certainly going to clear those hazy skies up by the weekend, but it's going to be a trade-off because we have some big weather changes on the way in addition to the clear skies. But right now we do have air quality that's in the unhealthy for sensitive groups category, or AQI 115. So anything between 100 and 150 is considered unhealthy for sensitive groups. That will improve by Friday. Temperatures right now mostly in the 40s and 50s. But what we're seeing right now are temperatures that are likely going to be warmer than the highs that we will see over the weekend. So keep that in mind. Things are pretty clear out there right now except for the haze. We should see still plenty of hazy sunshine tomorrow, but look at that temperature drop for the weekend. Those are the high temperatures going from high near 70 tomorrow to highs only near 50 over the weekend and into next week. Short-term forecast, clear skies tonight, lows in the lower 40s. We may hit 70 tomorrow. It'll be close because of the haze, but highs in the 50s on Friday with some rain, and then showery on Saturday and highs in the lower 50s.
Michelle, thank you so much. Well, tonight, the last of 4 South Hill Dog Park meetings took place. This evening's meeting gave the East Central community a chance to weigh in on the potential UnderHill Dog Park. The plan would be to fence off 7 acres of this natural area. Tonight, some community members voiced their concerns on the proposed new location.
We're going to do everything we can to try to change their mind. And this community is going to be in an uproar if they choose UnderHill.
While there have been 4 meetings to discuss potential locations, the city says these are all discussions and they have not decided on a spot for the new dog park just yet. Happening tomorrow, the city of Spokane is hosting a job fair. Part of the job fair was hosted virtually today. You can find a link to the virtual fair at accessspokane.org. Then tomorrow, there's an in-person event that takes place at Centennial Hotel from 10 in the morning until 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Both events are completely free to attend. Free parking is available at the hotel. Covering the nation tonight, a plane crashed into the parking lot of an auto dealership in Ohio. That crash killed the pilot and another person who was on board yesterday and sparked a massive fire in the lot.
Like I said, everything, all the cars can be fixed, the building can be power washed, but that's forever going to change their lives.
The fire burned for about 2 hours before firefighters managed to get it under control. Ohio State Patrol identified the two involved in the crash as 40-year-old men. The Federal Aviation Administration is investigating the cause of the crash. I'll take a look at this drone footage tonight taken from the scene of a train derailment in Maine this morning. Officials say a washout on the tracks derailed 3 locomotives and several cars. A spokesperson for Canadian Pacific Railway says none of the people on board were hurt and there were no public safety issues. Looking ahead, the Department of Energy awarded huge grants to 2 companies in central Washington. The department is planning to build an electric battery manufacturing plant in Moses Lake. On top of the $100 million federal grant, Sila Nanotechnologies will invest another $300 million to build out this 600,000 square foot warehouse. Group 14 Technologies will invest $223 million on top of its $100 million grant to build 2 factories in Moses Lake. Both companies say they plan to hire hundreds of new workers. You should be receiving your ballot for the general election in the mail any day now. If you need to update your address in order to vote, you have less than 2 weeks to get that done. In Washington state, you can make those changes until 8 days before an election. In Idaho, the last day to register to vote is October 28th. By the way, that's next Friday. And the last day for early or in-person absentee voting is November 4th. Election day is on November 8th. And if you would like more information on the issues that'll appear on your ballot, just text the word VOTE to 509-448-2000 and we'll send a link right to your phone. And KREM 2 News is committed to bringing you in-depth election coverage. Coming up on this Sunday, join us for 2 key debates in this general election. We'll be carrying the U.S. Senate debate between incumbent Senator Patty Murray and challenger Tiffany Smiley live on KREM 2, KREM.com, and KREM 2 Plus. That debate's happening on Gonzaga University's campus right here in Spokane starting at 5 p.m. And earlier in the day, Secretary of State candidates Stephen Hobbs and Julie Anderson will also debate at GU. We'll stream that debate exclusively on KREM.com and KREM 2 Plus starting at 3:30 in the afternoon. You can download KREM 2 Plus right now on Amazon Fire and on Roku. And if you want step-by-step instructions on how to get KREM 2 Plus on your TV, text the word KREM 2 to 509-448-2000. We'll send that link right to your phone. Let's move on now to Nightbeat with a quick look at the day's top stories. Spokane records its first related flu death of the season. The Spokane Regional Health District says the patient was in their 60s with underlying health conditions. According to the health district, the death was early for the typical flu season. With the warmer weather Spokane's been seeing this October, most people have yet to get their flu shot. The health district predicts more cases of the flu in Spokane for this winter than in the last 2 years. In Western Washington, an off-duty firefighter saved a driver from a burning vehicle. Take a look at this video. It happened after a 3-car crash on Interstate 90 near Bellevue. Eastside Fire and Rescue says Captain Tom Tull was on his way to work when he saw that crash. He and another person managed to break a window and pull the trapped driver from their burning truck. 2 people were taken to a hospital. No word yet on their injuries. And the University of Washington's paying for more security patrols in the University District. It's part of its plan to improve safety after a recent rise in crime. 2 unarmed security officers are now patrolling University Way and Brooklyn Avenue on Friday and Saturday nights. The university says they're trained in de-escalation and can communicate directly with Seattle PD. And that was your Night Beat. To learn more about any of these stories, just text the word NIGHT to 509-448-2000. We'll send them right to your phone. And that was your KREM 2 News 10 at 10, where you get more news in less time. But don't go to bed just yet. It's a big day tomorrow for KREM 2 and all book lovers out there. The KREM Cares Big Book giveaways happening at the Spokane County Fairgrounds. Find out how your kid can get a free book and snack. Plus, the Spokane Police Department's launching a plan to get more officers on the street. How the station plans to tackle crime in Spokane and reduce response times. That's next in 90 seconds.